Off on another adventure, are we?
Arresto momentum. Protego! Settle yourself. Arresto momentum. Howard will never believe this. Who lived here, I wonder? Arresto momentum.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best-kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur! Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Lumos. Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Anyone looking for trouble found it in me.
Gah! I heard something. This had better not be it. You men!
Confringo! You'll feel that tomorrow.
Protego!
Nice try! Producto! It's in the clouds, this one!
That's a brilliant idea.
I shan't be having none of your nonsense. Leave me like that again and you'll soon find yourself with an outfit poachers at your back.
Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made here.
Just because I'm a poacher doesn't mean I dislike beasts. He had a Kneazor at our house. I wept when he died. Ah, hair like silk he had.
I tell you this, Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection charms.
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft. Just should have took less time is all I was saying. Ah! Now, where did I set my traps? Is it Lower Hogsfield or Upper Hogsfield? It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft. I didn't always like a polite battle.
Impreficus totalis.
They come after me, they'll...
What have you done?
Put me down!
Incendio.
Take me like I'm not a problem!
Expelliarmus.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Reparo. Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. What I wouldn't give to be a Demogorgon right now.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
Ringus Totalis.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
We go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade,
We may have an intruder in our midst.
That's it. Lightfooted's the word. Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be. Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
one we're looking for, and you brought a friend. Expelliarmus.
Stop right there! Stop right there!
Incendio.
Where'd it go?
This has become personal. Let's see them
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way!
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Revelio. Revelio.
For I can't wait to watch you try. Woohoo!
Revelio. So this is the underground harbour. Lumos. The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social. Revelio. Levioso. Lumos. Lumos. Arrest the momentum. Revelio. Levioso. Glacius. Levioso. Reparo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Lumos.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Trans...
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The pepper-up potion.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Antipodean opali.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian vipertooth. Though the vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a lethifold?
The Patronus charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Look before you leap.
No, the answer was, never tickle a sleeping dragon. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the Rune's Paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the Rune's Paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Pyrenees.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emeric the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Sir Agravain.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious. Emeric gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when 2 chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Correct! Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Fluxweed.
I'm afraid the correct answer was Mimbulus mimbletonia. The Mimbulus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the pepper-up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
The Amazon rainforest.
No, the answer was North America. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Lancelot.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless. The 3 witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ethelred the Ever-Ready.
No, the first minister was Ulick Gamp. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Revelio! Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
What are you up to now?
I heard Professor Weasley
Hello, Arthur.
the book with all her
What
test
was it we were
answers
going to
into
do?
an owl
We were each going to follow a Hogwarts treasure map. I'd suggest you start looking near the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm not certain I needed all the extra assignments.
and I'm certain you would not have been as successful without them. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook. Arrest the momentum. Arrest the momentum.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all. What can I do for you today?
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Glad you came.
Revelio.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
I wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Accio, Incendio, Confringo, Expelliarmus.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it.
Accio.
The rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Confringo.
This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Arresto momentum. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
We've rid the world of all this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into often cave-ins.
Revelio.
And then we're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Incendio. Revelio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones.
Accio!
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Wingardium Leviosa.
There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Repulsor. Repulsor. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo. Confringo.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic, and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leaving no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Revelio. Accio. Descendo. Reparo. Revelio.
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Accio! Revelio. I need to find a safe way across. Accio! Incendio! Accio! Guardian Leviosa! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Guardian Leviosa! Rickety bone bridge complete. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Guardian Leviosa.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice. Lumos.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Imperial. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
That worked. Keep going. That has to mean something.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Confringo. Imperial. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay.
Revelio.
Just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Incendio. Accio. Descendo. Lumos.
Lumos.
Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos! I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Imperio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Descendo. Leviosa. Imperium. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Incendio. Accio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance. That the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important.
Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I should keep that.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos. I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
Leviosa. Preparo. Arresto momentum.
What was that? Enjoy some.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what happened.
Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
one of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Very nice. Ringo.
Meant for me.
Expelliarmus. Protego. Accio. Incendio. Ringo.
Still hoping to survive this, are you?
Accio. Accio.
You won't stop me.
I should have said.
You'll not win here. Protego will make them retreat.
I won't. What are you doing? What is this? Stop provoking them.
Accio. Expelliarmus.
Stay back. Keep out of the way.
There's nowhere to go. We have to fight. Accio. Uncle! Confringo.
Got him.
They're closing in!
Levioso!
Accio. Incendio.
Confringo!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Reparo. Revelio. Reparo. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Protego!
Wonder who lives here.
Revelio. Revelio. Glacier. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum.
I'll look after you.
Arresto momentum. Arresto momentum.
There. I'm not going to hurt you. Could it be a Merlin trial?
Arresto momentum. Accio. Incendio. Confratego. Stupefy. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio. Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio.
I should investigate.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Accio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
hello there.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course! How exciting! Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
How nice to see you, my young friend. Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Clever.
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Accio. Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Accio.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio. Accio. Descendo. Revelio.
I've read about mines like this.
Accio.
Seeing one is something else altogether.
We need to be careful, as I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as
I will make Accio. Incendio. Incendio.
Was that your
That's the last loyalist. Unfortunately, I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and
Descendo. Accio.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit.
Descendo. Levioso.
Being watched. Behind the door.
Revelio.
We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. Incendio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here, a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Expelliarmus!
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lord Goblin. Beheaded.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Sleep on my finger.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit
I will make you pay.
Expelliarmus!
I'll cut you from shoes to shadow.
Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
Get away!
Confringo!
You almost had a lucky shot!
Incendio!
You're weak.
Accio!
How nice of you to stop your spells glance off of me.
Incendio!
Let's get it. Put me rather unwise coming back this way.
Accio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Protego! Accio!
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Confringo! Accio! Revelio. Accio. Accio. Revelio.
It won't be long now before we find another repository.
I'll be quiet.
Most goblins in my family worked in the mines at one time or other.
Is that the best you can do?
Unforgivable!
Patrolling this area is a waste of my time. Probably not. We're close to a breakthrough. I can feel it. Next time I see Fig or that student, I'll give them what they deserve.
Meant for me? I will.
Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
I won't rest. Dead.
Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Do with a nice mushroom stew about it.
Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Accio. Depulso. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Clever. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Accio.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam?
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Merlin trial when I see one.
Revelio. Accio.
This looks intriguing.
Accio. Repulsor. Repulsor.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Lumos. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Revelio. Levioso. Confringo. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Confringo. 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 Incendio. Confringo.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. What do you have in store for me this time?
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Repulso. Lumos. Levioso. Repulso. Lumos. Levioso. Caporso. Accio.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Accio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo!
Merlin himself would be proud. I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Lumos. Lumos. Lumos.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. This place has seen better days. Oh.
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets.
One has to always keep an eye on one's. That's what I told the shopkeeper before I took him for everything he had.
Confringo!
Show yourself!
Revelio.
Loud as a troll you are!
Somebody out there? That's just the beginning.
Revelio.
Nuisance when supplies run low, though. Always makes me nervous when our stocks aren't brimming.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
I've seen her show more affection to a hawk lover.
Incendio.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
Incendio.
Island denied the
Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. I should investigate. Oh. Revelio. These rocks have seen better days. Incendio! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Depulso! Lumos! Revelio! Revelio. This looks intriguing.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. We've gone mad.
I should warn you.
Did you? No. Levioso. Lumos.
Release me!
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. No. Expelliarmus.
So very.
Expulso. You'll never be. Stupid stole out. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Is it you who've been cast in the dark? How disarming.
Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Accio. Confringo. Not so tricky after all. Incendio.
Could it be a Merlin trial?
I've had enough of Feldcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
I can see myself getting away from here and not taking up.
Dick thinks you should be proud.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we? What can I do for you today? I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Protego!
What can I do for you today? I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis and the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! We must remain unseen.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
The area's still clear. Anybody can.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind. How nice.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Best the likes of me.
Imperial! Protego!
Leviosa! What are you doing?
Accio. Incendio.
Get your finger!
Glacius.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
For better or for worse, we're in. Accio!
All over.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Incendio. Confringo. I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Who's there?
Accio.
I won't rest
until you're dead.
We're here to see this.
Accio. Accio. Incendio.
Release me!
Confringo.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Incendio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of qualities.
Smashing. Accio.
Could have thought to conjure stairs.
Incendio!
That bridge has seen better days.
Revelio! Reparo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio!
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Incendio! Incendio! Accio! Confringo!
We've still not seen a single...
Incendio! I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Imperium!
An intruder! I won't rest until... This is almost too easy! Let's get this. Number of ways coming back this way.
Arrest the momentum.
Miss me!
Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
And we're much more fun to fight with.
Accio! Incendio.
Now.
Revelio.
We can have a look around in
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo.
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Revelio. Confringo.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols. Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us
Sebastian,
unravel more
I
of
think
this
I found
mystery.
something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless
Lumos.
we can find another passageway to the Undercroft.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Lumos. Cabalso. Lumos.
And now for the moments of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
I hope Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon as I can.